पहले तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साधवैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले नमस्ते सारस्वते देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतिशे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनगणपते गोपेश गोपिका राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So we are continuing our discussion on Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So where we left last time, we'll continue from there. So last time we discussed from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. We have covered a lot of section. This last part is remaining in the section of Sadhana Bhakti. So we have discussed the definition of Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. We discussed definition of Ragatmika Bhakti, and also we discussed definition of Kamarupa Ragatmika and Sambandharupa Ragatmika. So if you remember, we discussed that. And the followers of respective Kamarupa Ragatmika Bhakti followers are called Kamarupa Raganuga Bhakti. And those who are followers of Sambandharupa Ragatmika Bhakti are called Sambandhanuga devotees. So here, what are the practice of Sambandhanuga Bhakti? Today we will see very short section. This is, so we will see this. So Rupa Goswami sa Sambandhanuga Bhakti Chochite Shadabhir Atmani Yapitrivadi Sambandha Manana Ropanatmika. Okay, somebody can read. Madha Harinam Prabhu, we would like to read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
The devotees define Sambandhanuga Bhakti as that bhakti in which there is a constant contemplation of oneself as a parent, friend, or servant of Krishna, and identification with the role.
Yeah, so previously we saw Kamarupa Raga, which the devotee follows after the relation Madhureras. Okay, conjugal relationship. Whereas Sambandhanuga Bhaktanu is a parent, friend, or servant. So basically, Vatsalyaras, Dasyaras. So these examples, Vatsalyaras, Nanda Maharaj, like Subal, Sridham, and servants Chitrak. These are all Ragatmika Bhaktas, Sambandharupa Ragatmika Bhaktas. So one who is examples is so define a bhakti in which there is a constant contemplation on oneself as a parent, friend, or identification with that role. As we have seen, there are two types of, one is internal, other is external. Contemplation is Siddha contemplation. Contemplation is Sadhak Dev. Yes, Praja.
That bhakti, whose essence, Atmika, is concentrated contemplation, manana, of a relationship such as parent, and furthermore, with identification of oneself in that role, is called Sambandhanuga Bhakti. The definition of Raganuga Bhakti has already specified that the ideal person who one follows is an inhabitant of Braja and not Dwarka.
Yes. See, the manana is of a relationship. Okay, sambandha. In what relationship? So, Jiva Goswami is saying parent, or it can be, or it can, okay, and it should be for a person who is situated in Vraja, Dwarka. Yeah. Mm.
Thus, identifying oneself as a father in Dwarka is excluded from Sambandhanuga Bhakti, which is a branch of Raganuga Bhakti.
The definition itself, when it was given of Raganuga, person is following after that kind of bhakti, which is in the Vrajavasi Janadishu. Vrajavasi, correct. Goswami defined like that. Raga means what? Where it is situated. It is situated in Abhivyakti. Vrajavasi, in the Vraj. Yeah. So now, are the elements of practice. Lubdhair Vatsalya Sakhyadav Bhakti Karya Prajenam Avacheshtita Mudraya. Yes, please. Please read. On mute, not audible. My voice audible? Others are able to hear me?
Prabhuji, you are audible, but Madhav Harina Prabhuji is not audible. He's constantly on mute.
Ah, okay, okay. Okay, you can read, Mataji.
Me, Prabhuji?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Elements of practice of Sambandhanuga Bhakti. Practicing devotees greedy for parental, friendly, or servant relationships perform this bhakti, with indications of the behavior and mood of Nanda, parent, Subala, friend, and others.
Yeah, so now Rupa was explaining as it was told earlier, Bhaktas, they do activities which are very particular. So it was told that Krishna Janam Chas Samihit Tattat Katha Chaso Raj. So he told four practices basically here. So Korea, first thing, it is who are practicing sadhana, Krishna, Jasya, and also his who are
Hare Krishna.
Krishna as well as
I'm sorry to disturb Prabhu. I'm not able to start my video. Hari
okay.
Bol. It says that
Right.
the host has disabled.
Now is it coming, Mataji? Now, so as we discussed elements, what are the four elements? First one was the Krishna Smara. Second, Namcha, the deities who are dear, like that. Third was Janam Chasya Preshtham Nijnitam Kathara. And one should completely into their and Kuryat Vasam Raje Sada. At least stay physically if possible. So similar in Rupa Goswami the elements. So here is saying practicing devotee got the greed. Those who have attained that greed, the mercy of Krishna, what to attain a service either as a parent or a friend or a servant. Bhakti. Indications of the behavior and examples of Nandamaj. For Subala, for Sakhiras, who are like Dasi. Yes, Mataji. Please read the commentary.
Prabhuji, I don't know if it is only with me. I am not able to hear all your words. Some of the words are coming, but I think like 20% of the words are not coming properly. Is it with everyone or it is just with me?
Yes, Mataji. Prabhuji's voice is breaking.
That's why I actually lower bandwidth of internet. And cable is not working. So that's why I kept my video off. I will check with the lab. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so LAN is not working. So I don't know, voice is breaking. Is it not, or we can?
Tripti, mostly it is coming, like, but few words are not audible. So, I mean, that is why the whole context is not clear while understanding. Maybe we can try if it is still happening, then yeah. So shall I read for today?
So devotee, yeah, yeah.
Okay. However, one should not think of oneself as Nanda or Subala. There are two types of identification, thinking oneself different from those persons, but in a similar role, such as a parent, and thinking oneself to be Nanda or Subala. The second type is not suitable. One should not think of oneself as Nanda or Subala.
Yeah, so you was explained the same thing that one should follow after. Previously, it was explained. Okay, so one should follow after the personality of one should he will personality. Hmm. So that's why I saying thinking one's and from those persons, but in a similar role, following the role model. Okay, just like we discussed example of the Sachin Tendulkar. So one will not become the same person, but he will become a similar one. Okay, like that.
Just as worshipping the Lord, thinking that one is identical to him, is not proper, similarly, worshipping his associates while thinking that one is identical to them is not proper, since it will be later explained that those forms are eternal like the Lord's form. One will commit offense to those associates through thinking of occupying their identities.
Yeah, so I mean, one should not try to become identical, commit offenses to those associates.
Though a type of identification exists, when one carries out the practice of
Ahangro
ahangropasana and thinks I am Krishna, one simply goes to hell, because this type of identification produces thoughts which are completely hostile to the inhabitants of Raja, such as Nanda, since one competes with them.
one competes with. So one should not compete with associates like Nanda and Yashoda, but one is following after. Yeah.
Bhakti
Yeah.
is
Please read.
Bhakti is service which is to be performed with the sadhak rupa and siddha rupa by the sadhaka. It has already been explained in verse 295. Seva sadhaka rupena siddha rupena chatrahe.
Yeah.
The phrase with symptoms of the mood and behavior of Subala and Nanda, Rajendra Subaladinam, Bhava Cheshtita Mudraya, needs to be explained. If one does not take shelter of a guru, offer respects, observe Ekadashi, etc., using the argument that Subala and others did not perform those acts and we should only follow after them, one goes to hell, since one commits an offense to the guru.
Yeah, earlier on.
Therefore, the author has said that it is a fault if one fails to perform the compulsory angas of bhakti, such as observing Ekadashi. The person qualified for bhakti is at fault for failing to perform all of the important angas of bhakti. Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.2.63.
Yeah, so we have discussed earlier, as here it is told that the segregation what is to be done in Deha and Siddha. So someone has to externally follow Rupa Goswami and other examples. So there one can follow the examples of the eternal associates like Nanda, Shoda, Sridham, Group Manjari, Lalita, Vishakha, like that. So here one should in the brought into physical body, like wearing of not following guru. Sadhak Deha. We have explained earlier also. Here it is again emphasized. So one should not argument that oh Subha don't also not in sadhak is into this material realm. Okay, like that. One should follow them. It's a fault. Yeah. Mataji, please read.
Therefore, the mood and actions of Subala, Nanda, and others have been described in Bhagavatam so that the devotee can perform similar service mentally in his Siddha Deha, and in his Sadhaka Deha, he follows the direction of the Acharyas.
So one should not mix. What is given in Bhagavad, they are for contemplation in his mind while he is trying to follow the siddhas in his siddha deha. As a servant to them or as if whatever mood. To his physical, or they are eating maybe betel nut or pan. So one should not do it in the physical body. So please continue.
Devotees who are attracted to Krishna, Srila Prabhupada on this topic, devotees who are attracted to Krishna as parents or as friends should follow in the footsteps of Nanda Maharaj or Subala, respectively. Nanda Maharaj is the foster father of Krishna, and out of all of the friends of Krishna, Subala is the most intimate in Vrajabhumi. In the development of becoming either the father or friend of the Lord, there are two varieties. One method is that one may try to become the father of the Lord directly, and the other is that one may follow Nanda Maharaj and cherish the idol of being Krishna's father. Out of these two, the attempt to directly become the father of Krishna is not recommended. Such a development can become polluted with Mayavad, impersonal philosophy. The Mayavadis or monists think that.
Read.
Prabhuji, I just saying.
Yeah, please. If then you can continue reading. Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. The Mayavadis or monists think that they themselves are Krishna, and if one thinks that he himself has become Nanda Maharaj, then his parental love will become contaminated with the Mayavad philosophy. The Mayavad philosophical way of thinking is offensive, and no offender can enter into the kingdom of God to associate with Krishna.
Yeah, so Prabhupada is comparing the first thing which he told two types. He told is one want to become father of Krishna only. So that is not possible because Krishna already has one father. You cannot replace by doing such a meditation. It's like Mayavad, okay, which is not possible. Here, 1 minute. So Rupa Goswami is saying Tatha Shastre Kurupuri Sthiha. So one example he is giving from another scripture. पुत्रतया भजन नारदो अस्य सिद्धो अभूत वृद्ध वर्धिके. So carpenter. Yeah, please read translation.
Prabhuji, actually, your voice is breaking. That is why I also have to pay a lot of attention to see whether I need to read or I need to stop. Okay, I'll read.
Acha, it's
It
breaking
is,
much, huh?
yes, Prabhuji, it is still continuing to break. That is why I sometimes become silent because I'm not able to hear whether I need to read or I need to stop.
When I change the
Yes.
slowly the translation.
Okay, there is some lag of voice also, Prabhuji, and I think in the movement of the slide also. Is it with everyone?
No.
Yes.
It is not for that. Bhakti Leela
Okay,
Mataji, is it
okay,
there for you? Because earlier you were there.
okay. I can read.
Okay, Prabhuji, I'll read. It
You
is
want to
said in the.
continue?
Sorry.
Yeah, continue. Yeah, Prem
It is.
Mataji, you can read.
Okay.
You are not having the lag in slide. Prem Mataji.
But it will might create disturbances because I'm in clinic and today I don't have my earphones with me, but still I will try. If it is getting disturbed, please let me know. Shall I continue, Prabhu?
Yeah, please.
It is said in the scriptures, Tatha hi Shruyate
Just read the
Shastri,
English part. Yeah,
that
just
some
read the English part.
okay, that some old carpenter living in Hastinapur worshipped a deity form of Krishna as his son on the instruction of Narada and attained the perfection of having Krishna as his son.
Yeah, so one example is given that how one person who was a carpenter, he worshipped the deity of Krishna. So I think earlier somewhere we were having discussion about how one practice this or worshipping it in our community or something. So yeah, whether here is one example given. So worshipping the deity as intention of having, but he did not replace Nandamar. Will you explain? Yeah, please read. You are on mute. Yeah, please read.
I have read the entire part, Prabhu, and attained the perfection of having Krishna as his son. Yes, elements of practice of Sambandhanuga Bhakti. The Skanda Puran offers proof that one should perform service following the Sadhaka Bhaktas using one's Sadhaka Deha. He installed the deity form of Krishna, the son of Nanda. This verse shows that the first type of identity which is approved. Prabhuji, please continue. His service to the deity indicates that he did not meditate on the service and mood of Nanda, which he could do without a direct deity service, but he performed physical service using his sadhaka deha, thinking that the deity was directly Krishna, not a deity form. Therefore, the sadhaka should perform service to the deity form, since he does not have direct contact with the Lord.
Yeah, two
Next
things are
slide,
told.
Prabhu.
One is, yeah, two things are told. One thing is that he did not want to replace Nanda Maharaj. That did not consider it, but he considered the Rajendra Nandana, like that. Okay, please read.
It should be understood that the aged carpenter performed service to the deity as his son, following after the other great sadhakas. Attaining perfection means that he attained the form of an elderly cowherd parent of the Lord during the pastime in which Brahma stole the boys and cows, and Krishna himself became the son of the cowherd man.
Yeah, so it's not that eternally he got the fall to become the they got the pastime where everybody could accept. Okay.
Prabhuji, now your voice is breaking, Prabhuji. In the Skanda Puran, in the part spoken by Sanat Kumar, there is the story of King Prabhakar. Though the king was without a son, he did not desire one because he thought that was his karma. Thinking of Krishna, the eternal Lord of the universe, the soul of all, and the object of Upanishadic knowledge as his son, he installed him with Abhishek as the king. He did not pray for a son, but the Lord became his son. Then the Lord himself said, I have become your next slide, please. Prabhuji, next slide.
Now Rupa Goswami is yeah. So now Pati Putra Surit Bhratri Pitrivan Matrivat Dharim Ye Dhyayanti Ado Sadyoktas Tebhyo Piha Namo Namaha. Yeah. Okay. Bhakti, you can read.
Yes, Prabhuji. I pay my respect repeatedly, Namo Namaha, to those Tebhyo who constantly and eagerly meditate. Ye dhyayanti sada udayuktah upon the Lord Harim as their husband, son, well-wisher, brother, father, or friend. Pati Putra, Suruday Bhatra, Pitravan, Maitravat. End of the slide, Prabhuji. The suhar is one who acts for one's benefit unconditionally. The maitra is a person with whom one engage in play. That is the difference between the two words.
So now it is explained how one attains this qualification for the Bhakta Karunya Pushti Marga Kaishchid Yamga Uchyate. Please read.
The mercy of Krishna and his devotee is the only cause of attaining Raganuga Bhakti. Some call this type of devotion Pushti Marga.
I have this question that how we can also practice this path. So it's very our own mercy of Krishna and his devotees, mercy of who and we to attain this greed. Okay. Yeah, please read.
Can you please change the slide, Prabhuji?
Okay, it will come. It will come. Changed.
This is the name given by the followers of Vallabhacharya. The use of the word mantra only is used in this sentence to defeat the false proposition that offering of karmas sometimes act as a cause of a Vaidhi bhakti, and thus offering varnashram karmas certainly cannot be a cause of raganuga, which is indifferent to rules. End of the slide. There is a statement in the Narayan Vyuha Stava prayers. There is a statement in the Narayan Vyuha Stava prayers that a person who are always engaged in thinking of the Lord as their husband, friend, father, or well-wisher are always worshipable by everyone. The spontaneous love for Krishna can be developed only by the special mercy of Krishna or his pure devotee. This process of devotional service is sometimes called Pushti Marga.
Yeah, so now we will see what Prabhupada. So was explained. Okay, now so you can read the next comes.
Srila Prabhupada on this topic, Pushti means nourishing and Marga means path. Such a development of sentiment nourishes devotional service to the highest standard. Thus, it is called the path of nourishment or Pushti Marg. The Vallabhacharya Sampradaya, which belongs to Vishnu Swami sect of Vaishnava religion, worship Krishna in this Pushti Marg. Generally, devotees in Gujarat worship Balakrishna under this heading of Pushti Marga.
I think Prabhuji's network is very weak today.
His voice is frequently breaking.
Yeah. Aruna Mataji can conduct the class. Aruna, Aruna Mataji can conduct the class.
Oh no, Ajay. No. I cannot, obviously.
Yes, you can, Mataji.
Yeah, you can, Mataji. Go ahead.
No, Ajay,
हमें
not
हरि
this
बोल
one.
बोलने के लिए you go ahead.
Prabhuji's health also doesn't seem good na by his voice.
Yeah, I don't know. He often keeps bad health. I don't know the problem.
Yeah, but is Prabhuji in Pune? He's come back.
Yes.
Yes,
No,
I
we
can.
don't know whether he is in Pune. I don't think he is in Pune because he might be at his hometown. If he is in Pune, then their temple Wi-Fi connection is very strong.
Yes, yes, yes. Prabhuji is here. Prabhuji, I mean, I don't know if your health is not good. We can skip the class.
Yes.
No, my health is okay. I can, but here the cut was now. So completely Wi-Fi was off. I'm in Pune.
Prabhuji is in Pune.
It's
So
okay.
The temple Wi-Fi
I'm in a
problem.
different building. So here only Wi-Fi is there. Just 1 minute. I'm just joining from my mobile. All cut. Just 1 minute. Mm. Yeah, just 1 minute. now?
Recording in progress.
Okay, Hare. So now is it audible?
Yes,
Yes, Lord,
Prabhuji.
it is.
Okay, so I am speaking from my mobile. Let's see how it goes. Okay, yeah, so who was reading this? Please continue.
Pushti means nourishing, the marga means path. Such a development of sentiment nourishes devotional service to the highest standard. Thus, it is called the path of nourishment or Pushti marg. The Vallabh Sampradaya, which belongs to the Vishnu Swami sect of Vaishnava religion.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, please continue when you see the slide.
The Vallabha Sampradaya, which belongs to Vishnu Swami sect of Vaishnava religion, worship Krishna in this Pushtimar. Generally, devotee in Gujarat worship Bala Krishna under this heading of Pushtimar.
Yeah, so properly explaining the word pushti. So a very nice translation. Pushti means nourishing, and marg means path. So as we discussed earlier, pushti marg is that where these devotees practice raganuga sadhana bhakti from the very beginning. There is no Vaidhi sadhana concept in their marga, their sampradaya, which is Vallabha sampradaya, and led by, as Prabhupada told, Vishnu Swami sect. Okay. So if you see the shloka which Rupa Goswami has told, Pushti Margataya Kaishchit. Some people call this as Pushti Marg, and the name is Raganuga Uchite. Yeah, so Prabhupada explained in that same line. Okay. So is there any question till now what we discussed? Because after this we are going to the next topic. Yes, Madhavarina Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So in this, in the slide, we learned that those who one should follow the Nanda Maharaj, but one should not try to become Nanda Maharaj.
Correct.
So that will become Mayavada. And
Correct.
in another case, and that the carpenter, he worshipped the deity form, but later on he was promoted to become father of Krishna in spiritual world. So till in this material world, one practice Raganuga sadhana, then only he has to follow and not become father. But when promoted to spiritual world, they become father, or in the spiritual world also the same think they cannot become father, but they have to follow the father and release. Is it that?
Yeah. So whatever contemplation one does here, same thing he will attain there. That is the principle. Okay. Yadhyadhyat urgaya vibhavayanti tattad vapuh pranayase sad anugrahaya. Third canto. We have seen the reference earlier, right? So Krishna will bestow that form which he is contemplating. That is very clear. But that contemplation should be based on Shastra. If it is Shastra vidhi utsrijya vartate kamakarata na sa siddhim avapnoti, then siddhi will not come if it is not according to Shastra. What is not according to Shastra? The example was given here. One wants to become like Nanda. Not like Nanda, one wants to become Nanda. So becoming like Nanda or following him is correct. That is good. So if one wants to become Nanda Maharaj, that is Shastra vidhi mutsrijya, and that is as per his own whims. Vartate kamakarata na sa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na paramgati. So he will not attain siddhi. Okay. So na siddhim avapnoti. He will not attain the siddhi. Now here the example of carpenter when it is given. So here it is said that he worshipped the deity form of Krishna as his son. So it's not that he wanted to become Nanda, but he wanted to attain a service similar to Nanda Maharaj. Okay. So that's why he was given that service. Okay. First he did in the service in the sense of deity, in the form of deity, and he considered deity as Krishna himself. Okay. And as a sadhaka, and then later he attained perfection. Okay, so here he is saying his service to the deity indicates that he did not meditate on service and mood of Nanda, but perform physical service using his sadhaka deha, thinking that the deity was directly Krishna. Okay. Therefore, the sadhaka should perform service to the deity form since he does not have direct contact with the Lord. So yeah, basically understanding that he did not exactly want to become Nanda Maharaj, but a form similar to him or a service similar to him. Yeah, not a form for service similar to him, and a mood similar to him. Okay. So doesn't answer Prabhuji your question? You were asking something related to material world, and so same thing. Contemplation, what he does here, same thing he will attain there.
Yeah, what I learned that we have to follow Guru, and in our sadhaka deha we have to do the devotional service as prescribed. But in the mind or in the meditation, in the Raganuga Bhakti, one can follow any Siddha or any Braja Vasis. And we should not show it outside. I think I understood this. And but here Narada Muni, he himself tell that carpenter to worship Krishna. But did he tell to worship in the mood of father, or he just accepted like to become a father?
So generally, it is not told that you worship in this mood until unless the guru who is very advanced, he sees the disciples attainment or perfection in his spiritual world. Some gurus who are very advanced can see what he is going to attain in his spiritual world. So they can tell him now only that you can do meditate in this mood. Okay, but as such, that is called Siddha Pranali. Okay, but that as such, that method is not very well established now, and our acharyas like Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, as we discussed, have not recommended that. So what they have recommended is to do sadhana in the form of chanting, reading, hearing, and gradually, as one is purified, anarthas are gone, one will find the mood in which he is feeling inclined, and then gradually he will find a person also in that rasa whom he can follow. So gradually the anarthas will go and he will be able to identify it. Okay, like that. Is it okay, Guruji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Any other question? Anybody else? Okay. So now we will go to the. So now, as per Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and NOD, that topic is completed. Chapter is completed. Chapter 16 is completed. Okay. And 17, 18, and 19 is there, which is Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. Okay. So let us see. Today we will be able to complete. This is one part which is coming from Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani, because many devotees have this question that how this Vaidhi Bhakti which we are practicing will transform into Raganava Sadhana Bhakti in the context of ISKCON. Okay, so that will be addressed by Shivram Swami Maharaj in this Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani. So today we will just complete these slides and we will see how much we are able to do today, and tomorrow also I think this same topic may go on. It has how many slides remaining? Just 1 minute. Now we are in 430. 53 more slides are there. Okay, so we'll see how much we are able to cover, and then Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti I will not be taking. Okay, so my health has not improved till now, so, but I just wanted to complete this topic, so I'm taking the class. So actually I will have to give some video links are there. I will give you, which you can hear on Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti, and at the same time you can continue writing your exams and complete the syllabus. Okay, and because my treatment will go on a little longer. Okay, so now we will just complete this topic. Okay, let's see today and tomorrow. If completes today, then good. Okay, so we will read this. Okay. Okay, yeah. So somebody can read. Yeah, Mukund Padru, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. How Vaidhi sadhana transforms into Raganuga sadhana. Devotees may wonder how the transition from regulative devotion to spontaneous devotion takes. It takes place in one of three ways. In sadhana bhakti, as natural consequence of practice in previous lives. In sadhana bhakti, practice in the present life. In bhava bhakti, after regulative practice as mature.
Yeah. So Maharaj is saying same thing. We studied in Bhakti Sam Sindhu. He has put it in one place. So in one of the three ways it will happen. First is somebody already entered into Raganava Sadhana Bhakti in past life. How did he enter into that? So it was told Krishna tad bhakta karunya matra labhaika hetuka. Only by the mercy of Krishna and his devotees. So he received of the mercy in the past life. So now in this life he will continue. Second is in this life he received this mercy. So that is Sadhana Bhakti when he is practicing in this life Vaidhi Sadhana. While practicing he received the mercy of the devotees. And then he entered into Raganava Sadhana Bhakti. Okay, he felt the greed towards particular rasa and a particular devotee in that rasa. And third is if he continued Vaidhi Sadhana and there was no greed attained, then he will attain it when he reaches to Bhava Bhakti. Okay. Okay, so please continue, Prabhuji. Next slide. The first point he will explain now with some example.
The screen is lagging for me, Prabhuji. Yeah, now I can. How Vaidhi sadhana transforms into Raganuga sadhana. First point, in sadhana bhakti as natural consequence of practice of in previous life. Sri Jiva Goswami gives example of the transition from Vaidhi to Raganuga sadhana from one life to the next. Bhakti Sandarbha 3321. He says that both the Rishnis and the sadhana Siddha Gopis practiced Vaidhi sadhana in previous life.
Yeah, so he gives an example of Vrishnis and the Sadhana Siddha Gopis, those who practice Vaidhi Sadhana in previous lives. Okay, yeah, please read. Next, okay, when it comes.
As a result of their pure devotion, They then appeared in Krishna's pastimes, where they developed affection, sneha, for him, which matured into attraction, ruchi. In this way, their regulative devotion in one life led to spontaneous devotion in the next. The transition from regulative to spontaneous practice is fascinating in that it goes through the same phases, whether it takes place in one life or over many. The transition within one lifetime takes place as follows. Initially, devotee at the stage of practice are under the jurisdiction of scriptural injunction.
Yeah, so this is the second topic where the transition happens in this life. So previous was last life already he was in Raganu Sadhana and this life he continues. Now he's saying that he will transit in this life. So how it happens? Initially they are practicing Vaidhi Sadhana under the jurisdiction of scriptural injunction. Shastra. Okay. Sashni Neva Shastrasya. Okay. So now he will give the progress, how the devotees who are practicing Vaidhi Sadhana will transit to the Raganuga Sadhana, which may be relevant to us. Yeah, please read, Praveen.
Then, as they hear Srimad Bhagavatam and associate with advanced devotees, an interest in spontaneous practice awakens in them. The pure at heart develop eagerness, which makes them fit to perform what Jiva Goswami calls a mixture of spontaneous and regulative service.
Yeah, so Maharaj is saying that they follow the same regulative principles, but hearing Srimad Bhagavatam with the association of advanced devotees. And these advanced devotees are like those who have actually attained Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti in their association. Yeah. So continue. Next slide.
When real taste ruchi arises, the influence of spontaneous attraction suppresses the regulative spirit, and the devotion are fully imbued with the mood of Raganuga Bhakti. Sri Jiva writes, therefore, in some situations, it is appropriate to practice Raganuga Bhakti mixed with Vaidhi Bhakti.
Yeah, so Maharaj is saying, yeah, so when this stage of Ruchi arises, the influence of spontaneous attraction suppresses the regulative spirit. So Vaidhi sadhana will be suppressed and Raghunath sadhana will come. Okay, and then he says that yeah, it will start with a mixture of Raganuga and Vaidhi. So first it may be like 20% Vaidhi, sorry, 20% Raganuga, 80% Vaidhi, then 50%, 50%, then 80-20, like that. Okay, so yeah, continue.
He adds that even very advanced devotees sometimes display such mixed devotion in order to benefit and guide the general populace. Bhakti Sandarbha 312. In mixed spontaneous and regulative practice, the devotee's absorption in Krishna's pastimes is not out of attachment but out of desire to comply with the order of the spiritual master or the injunction of scriptures.
Yeah, so these devotees, as we have discussed, externally don't show, but the practice is in the mind only. So externally they may look like a general Vaidhi sadhaka only, chanting the same mantra, doing the same Mangalarti, doing the same routine duties, seva. But internally their contemplation may be different. Yeah. So he says in mixed spontaneous regulative principle, the devotee absorption in Krishna's pastimes is not out of attachment but out of a desire. What is the desire? That I want to attain certain uh, role in the pastimes of Krishna, following a certain person in a certain mood. Yeah, please continue.
For instance, devotees may chant the 18-syllable mantra Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Janavallabhaya Swaha and meditate on Krishna captivating his companions with the sound of his flute. Such devotees may think my spiritual master instructed me to chant this mantra. By following him, I will become a resident of Braja and serve Krishna as his companions do. This is an example of the transition from regulative to spontaneous devotion in the course of practice over one life. The third, in Bhava Bhakti, after regulative practice has matured. The third
Okay,
way in which
Yeah. Premlatika Mata, you have any question?
Yeah, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, just in previous slide, it was stated that when the ruchi arises. So my question is, how can one understand in ISKCON that he has developed that ruchi? Because although we are doing morning program, we are adamant in performing the morning program, but that the viewpoint is behind that is I have to serve my spiritual master. I have committed 16 rounds. I have to complete it. And that real taste. So although from since time years and years we are doing, how we will understand that now it has mm, uh, completely I have derived that ruchi or taste in that, and it is not for the obligation that I have to complete my rounds, because we are I mean, everyone is very strong enough to perform their daily sadhana. So, is our sadhana is only instruction oriented or it is ruchi oriented? How to figure it out, Prabhuji?
What last part? What Mata you said?
Is our sadhana only instruction or commitment oriented, or it is by I mean spontaneously? So I have to do it. I want to do it because after 84 lakh species, I have got this human form of life. Somehow or other, I have to go back to Godhead. So, how to figure whether it is instruction oriented or it is by motivation that I want to do this?
Okay. Yeah. So basically, first you asked that how do we know whether we have attained that stage of ruchi, correct? Na?
Yes, yes.
So like last time we discussed, Mataji, before ruchi comes nishtha.
Mm.
Okay. So in the stage of nishtha, we discussed there are 5 symptoms of the stage of nishtha. First is there is no laya, sleepiness during the spiritual activities like
Yeah.
japa, kirtan, and shravan. Then second was there is no distraction. Okay.
Mm.
Shaper. Means while performing the spiritual activity, if he is not sleeping, then he is not distracted. Okay, he is awake and he is, if he is distracted, he is hearing Bhagavatam class, he is thinking something else. And he is not able to consciously also understand it, then it is he has not attained the stage of ruchi. And if both are not there, sleeping is also not there and distraction is also not there, but he has distaste, no interest in chanting holy name, or he feels burden in chanting or hearing Bhagavatam class or any spiritual practice. Okay, so these are some symptoms. And then fourth was rasa swad, lot of material taste for sense enjoyment. And fifth was kashaya, and that means that he has no control, no control over the thing that when the anger will come, when the greed, not spiritual greed, I'm telling about material greed, lust, envy, illusion, pride, all these things, when it comes, he has no control over it. So these are the symptoms that he has lot of anarthas and he has not attained the stage of anartha nivritta. Okay, na? So this is
Mm.
before at the stage of nishtha only. So
Okay.
now you are asking about ruchi, correct, na?
Mm.
So I will just show what is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writing in the book Madhuri Kadamini. This is, as I told, very important book. So here all the symptoms are given. What will happen at what stage? Okay, so you can read Mataji this second paragraph from here.
When a person develops a taste for the activities of bhakti, such as hearing and chanting, which is vastly greater than attraction to anything else, that is called as ruchi. Unlike the previous stage, at the stage of ruchi, constant performance of hearing and chanting does not result in even the least fatigue. Ruchi quickly produces a great attachment to the activities of bhakti. This is similar to a Brahman boy who, after diligently studying the scriptures daily and in the time grasping the meaning, finds no difficulties at all in applying himself to study, and moreover develops a pleasure in the task.
Yeah, so you can see description is given that it's very, see, before Ruchi is steadiness, that is Nishtha. But here Ruchi means it's not that he is feeling some tiredness, some fatigue, but it becomes very natural for him to do bhakti. Okay. Example is given of a Brahmana boy, okay, who applying himself to study, he feels no difficulty. Similarly, devotees in activities of bhakti will not find any difficulty. They will, ruchi means taste. They will themselves feel that taste. Oh, I should chant now. I have a lot of time. They will themselves feel that, oh, I should restudy Bhagavatam, whichever limb of the bhakti they may like, or I should go to some dham, or I should serve the Vaishnavas, whichever limb they like, they want to do it very nicely. And they feel a very gradual taste. Okay. So a lot of explanation here. Okay, so it's of two types, all that. Okay, but we'll not go in details, but I think you got an idea that
Yes,
it,
Prabhu.
yeah, so it's very natural for him to do bhakti and he doesn't feel any fatigue or any difficulty in doing all that. Okay, yeah.
Thanks.
So is does that answer your question fully or some other part of the question is there?
No. I got my answer. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. Okay, so we'll continue to the third. Yeah. Yes, Mukund Padru, continue.
Screen, screen is not yet control.
Prabhuji,
In Bhava Bhakti, okay,
Yeah, Mukund Padru, please read.
see, in Bhava Bhakti, after regulative practice has matured, the third way in which the transition from regulative to spontaneous devotion takes place is without cultivation. It happens at the stage of ecstatic devotion in the natural course of the development of regulative practice.
Yeah, so very simple. So he is continuing to practice Vedic Sadhana Bhakti and he will attain gradually the stage of Bhava Bhakti. Okay, so where Maharaj is saying that at this stage of ecstatic devotion, yeah, obviously there will not be the Shashaneneva Shastrasya. There will not be force of scriptures to follow the bhakti. Okay, it will be Bhava Bhakti means here the attained is Thai Bhava. Means here the attained is eternal Swarupa. Okay, so that is the meaning. Okay, any other question in this topic? Anybody have? Okay, so then we will continue here. What is the role of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the development of Ragana Bhakti? Okay, yeah, somebody else can read. Arun Prabhu, are you available to read? Or somebody else can read? Okay, Nagnijiti Priya Mataji.
Part 22. Role of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the development of Raganuga Bhakti. No study of spontaneous devotional service is complete without a description of the role of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu plays in such service. It was he who brought the spontaneous devotion of the Vrajavasis in this world, and it is his desire that is now making it available to all.
Yeah,
Next
I'll
slide.
check. Yeah. So when it comes to it, please read.
Just as one cannot enjoy an inheritance without the Father's blessings, devotees cannot attain spontaneous devotion without Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Why is Lord Chaitanya's mercy essential for attaining spontaneous? Can we go back to the previous slide? Why is Lord Chaitanya's mercy essential for attaining spontaneous devotional service? The foremost reason is that the path to spontaneous love for Krishna, the hidden treasure of the Vedas, is difficult to tread, especially in Kali Yuga. Narottam Das Thakura sings.
Yeah, so Maharaj is giving a reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is essential. Okay, so it's very nicely explained in many places. One of the things is that by mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, very difficult things become very easy. And if somebody doesn't have his mercy, then very easy things become very difficult. Okay. So sukaram dushkaram bhavit. Okay. Kathanchit smarit, just by remembrance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is said sukaram. So it becomes dushkaram becomes sukaram. The very difficult thing become very easy. So that Maharaj is saying here, and now he's going to quote from Narottam Das Thakur's Prarthana. Okay. So he's saying Preme Pichal Preme Pichal Path Gamana Bhela Banka Mrigamada Chandana Kumkume Bhela Panka. Yeah, please
The
read
path of love for Krishna is winding and crooked, and it is slippery, being filled with mud mixed with musk, kunkuma, and sandalwood paste. Prarthana 53.3.
Yeah, so these are the items which is used to decorate Krishna: musk, kumkum, and sandalwood paste. Correct. Shyama Gauri Ange Devo Chandanera Gandham. Correct. So we sing, right? So here he is saying the Chandana we apply now also. I think there will be Chandana applied to the Lord as the heat is increasing. So these things make the path very slippery. So that Narottam Das Thakur is saying it's very difficult to walk on these things. Okay, so you may have the experience of walking on a muddy floor. It becomes very difficult to walk. So then he is saying Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy is that which one can take and then walk on this path very easily. Yeah, please read the next slide.
Krishna also confirms that among ordinary men, perfect beings are rare, and among those rarest of beings, hardly one knows him in truth. Bhagavad Gita 7.3. Still, by remembering Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and surrendering to him, difficult things become easy. Therefore, it behooves all Vaishnavas on the path of pure devotion to turn to him. Thakura Bhakti Vinoda writes, simply by taking shelter of the lotus feet of Gauranga, a person enters the path of spontaneous devotion. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan movement is always favorable for the cultivation of spontaneous devotion. By speaking or singing about him, by preaching, distributing books, and performing Harinam Sankirtan, devotees learn to fix their minds on Krishna.
Yeah, so Maharaj is explaining now how this is going to happen, the mercy, how it's going to come. So he is saying by speaking or singing about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and following in his example, like preaching, distributing books, an example of the acharyas coming in his line, like Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So whatever they have given set the example, by following their example, one can attain the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that can lead to fix the minds on Krishna. Okay, yeah. So please go next.
By attending spiritual services before the deity morning and evening in the temple or at home, devotees practice the ninefold process of devotion. By visiting holy places such as Vrindavan, Mayapur, devotees are in touch with the lands of Krishna, Gauranga, and their companions.
Okay. Yeah. So how is it that simply by serving Lord Chaitanya, one becomes eligible for Raganuga Bhakti? Okay. Yeah. So continue, Mataji.
Role of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in development of Raganuga Bhakti. First, one should remember that Lord Chaitanya is non-different from Radha and Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahi Anya. Narottam Das Thakur says, therefore, that devotees who surrender to Lord Chaitanya are automatically counted as confidential associates of Radha and Krishna. It is just a matter of time before their service matures and fully manifests.
Yeah. So he is quoting Narottam Das Thakur that those who take shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are automatically counted as his confidential associates. It is just a matter of time before the service matures and fully manifests. So Prarthana again, Maharaj is quoting Gaura Premara Sarnave Setarange Eva Dube Se Radha Madhava Antaranga Griheva Vanete Thake Ha Gauranga Bole Dake Narottama Mage Tara Sanga. Yeah.
Anyone who takes pleasure in sporting in the waves of the ocean of Lord Chaitanya's distribution of love of God is at once a confidential devotee of Radha and Madhav. Whether he is a sannyasi or a householder, a devotee who calls out to the Lord and serves his Sankirtana movement is always liberated. Narottam Dasa aspires for his company. Prarthana 39.4.
Yeah, so he's saying that whoever anyone who is following or taking shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in distributing his love of God by preaching, distributing books, serving in the temple, or whatever services at home, what he is doing. So he is at once a confidential devotee of Radha and Madhav. So Gaurangira Sangigane Nitya Siddha Kori Mane Se Jaye Brajendra Sutapas. Like that, yeah. So the activities of the Sankirtan movement are performed in the mood of reverential service to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So how can such a mood develop into spontaneous spirit conducive to Vraja Bhakti? So till now we said Vraja Bhakti, Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti is not reverential, not awe and reverence, right? It's like we discussed earlier, right? Sakha, they climb on the shoulder of Krishna, Tumi Kon Bada Log, Ami Tumi Sama. So there is no reverence. Yashoda Mata, she thinks that I have to punish Krishna so that he will be well behaved. So these are not reverential mood at all. So how by being in reverential service to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we will attain such a spontaneous spirit that will be addressed now. Okay. Yes, Mataji, please read.
Because role of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in developing of Raganuga Bhakti. Because Lord Chaitanya is Krishna in the mood of Radha. Lord Chaitanya is pleased with those who chant and serve Krishna's name with faith and humility. Pleased, he then infuses spontaneous devotion in these servants' heart. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur says in Navdvip Dham Mahatmya, although devotees serve Krishna in one of 5 mellows, they worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only in the mood of servitude. However, because Gaura is not different from Radha and Krishna, sincere service to him results in the awakening of one's relationship with the divine couple in any of the 5 moods.
Yeah, so the 5 moods which are there like Madhuri Ras, Vatsalya Ras, Sakhya Ras, Dasya Ras, Shanta Ras, all 5 are applicable to Krishna. Though Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are one and same, but one cannot apply Madhuri Ras, Vatsalya Ras, Sakhya Ras, all these things to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's form. Okay. So what is the mood towards Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always is? Mood of servitude, Dasya, as his servant. Okay. So, and following in that mood, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy will come and one can become associate of Radha and Krishna like that. In one of the 5 moods. Okay, whichever he desires. But mood towards Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not Madhurya, Sakhya or Vatsalya. Yeah, please continue.
For example, although Radha and Krishna's pastimes do not manifest themselves directly in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya or his Sankirtana movement, fully mature service to him fructifies as the development of Madhurya Rasa. By Lord Chaitanya's blessing, devotees then become fit to perform spontaneous service to Radha and Shama in Vrindavan.
Yeah, so he has given an example. So Radha and Krishna pastimes do not manifest themselves directly in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan or his pastimes. Okay. By Lord Chaitanya's blessings, devotees then can attain the mood which they are aspiring. Yeah. Yeah, please read.
You're not audible, Prabhuji.
Please read.
That is, they will externally serve Lord Chaitanya's mission and internally cultivate spontaneous devotion for Radha and Krishna. Such devotees become quickly submerged in the ocean of Radha and Krishna's pastimes.
Yeah, so very simple. He has told, as it was told earlier, in the external form, one should follow the six Goswamis. And in the same way, externally, one should follow the example of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Internally, one can cultivate spontaneous devotion for Srimati Radharani and Krishna in whatever mood one may be. But externally, one has to follow the example of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his disciples, like six Goswamis, like that, and the subsequent Acharyas. Such devotees quickly submerge in the ocean of Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Yeah. Yeah, continue.
By the grace of divine couple who combine to appear as Gauranga, these devotees gain admittance to the spiritual realm to forever become the gopis' companions.
Yeah, just 1 minute. Okay, anyone has any question till now? They can ask. Yes. Other Harinam Prabhu?
That means all the devotee will go to Goloka Vrindavan of ISKCON Prabhuji because they are serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they will become gopis or become the companion of gopis. So all these qualifications and this the Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, they don't need to fulfill. Just they have to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and then they will directly go to Goloka Vrindavan. Is the understanding, brother?
Yeah, can you repeat the question?
So
You can repeat the question.
regarding this Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti is very difficult to attain. You need to have to cross this Nishtha, many qualifications. So, but here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mercy is such that one can go directly to Goloka Vrindavan and become assistants of gopis.
Yeah, so
Is it that? Externally, they have to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mission, and internally, they will get directly Madhurya Rasa. It is also told like that
where it is told?
in the previous slide.
No, where that is told that one doesn't have to cross those stages. This part, second part is there that one can attain mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But where
Yeah.
that part is told that one need not cross the stages, which is you told.
Yeah, one has to cross the stage, but this should not worry about this Nishtha and other things. They should just serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mission and then they will attain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sankirtan movement is always favorable.
Yeah, correct. It always favorable, but where it is mentioned that one doesn't have to struggle to cross those stages, I did not see where it is. Which slide?
No, no, I told this. I understood this that because there is very long process to go to Raganuga Sadhana, Raganuga Sadhana.
Correct.
But this just because we have the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, fully mature service to him fructifies as the development of Madhurya Rasa directly. So one has to serve Lord Chaitanya.
Correct.
Because
So,
in for developing a spontaneous devotional service, somebody may remain in Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti also. They may not enter into Raganuga Sadhana ever. maybe, and they can go to Vaikuntha. But when one serves Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then and if they become mature in his Sankirtana movement, then Madhuri Ras they will get.
No, no, no. It is not automatically. What Maharaj is means, he is saying that when he attains the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then these whatever we described earlier, no, it's not cancelled. That path becomes easy. Not that all that whatever Rupa Goswami taught till now, whatever we studied in Raghunath Sadhana Bhakti, everything cancelled. Now only one thing, that just worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then everything is done in one shot. Just 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yes, Prabhu.
So it is not cancelled previous things. That path becomes easy, Prabhuji. Because see, Rupa Goswami, whatever he told, that is the fundamental thing and that is the only thing. Rupa Goswami has not brought out this point that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy will replace all this, whatever I am telling. Okay, even though he is disciple of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only, what Maharaj is, that's why he is saying, is not that whatever we studied previously is cancelled. That remains that only, path remains that. That one has to attain the mercy of Krishna and his devotees to enter into this path. One has to have lobha, one has to cross anarth nivritti, then attain nishtha, then one can start all this. That all remains. But with the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it becomes easy, and without his mercy, it is not possible. Okay, that's what Maharaj is saying here. Not that we should not take that understanding that just by following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's example and Sankirtan movement, one will automatically enter. It is not automatic, Prabhuji. One will have the same path, but it will become easy. Okay, and one will have the same thing, anartha nivritti, nishtha, then contemplating on a particular rasa, then choosing a particular personality in that mood, and then following him. Then only one will attain. Na? Without doing his homework, how will he attain the final state? Correct. Na? Yadyat dhyata urgaya vivavyanti tattad vapu pranayase sadanugrahaya. That is the principle. That whatever state of attainment he contemplates, that only he will attain. Okay, that is the principle of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is not negated, but it becomes easy. Is it okay, Prabhuji? Is it understandable?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So many times, devotees have this understanding that Prabhupada told that I will take you back to Godhead and from the back door, and then Prabhupada has made it so easy. He just 64 rounds were there. He made it 16 rounds, and then made it so simple. Actually, it is not like that. Okay, we don't have to do anything from our side. Everything will happen automatically. These are all just I will compare it to motivational speaker things. Okay, these are not that stuff, motivational speaker things. Okay, the path is same. Okay, only by the mercy of Guru and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu it will become easy for us. The path will not change. Okay, that we remain insincere and then still we will go without doing our contemplation and following a particular Vrajvasi, we will go there. But if you don't follow somebody, what will you do in the spiritual world? That is the question. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself will ask. Are you did not do any contemplation of a particular Vrajvasi. Now whose service will you do in Vraja? You have not chosen that person only. So what mercy should I give? Okay, so please understand the point. Our homework is there. Okay, we have to choose a particular Vrajvasi if at all we attain the grid. I am saying, not that we have to start now. If we are qualified, we have attained that grid, then we have to choose a particular rasa and a particular devotee in that rasa, follow him. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mercy will come. Okay, granted this. Very easily you will attain that. But otherwise, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself will ask us, what should I give you? You have not done your homework. Okay, are you understanding, Prabhu? Is it clear?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, yeah. So we should not make the concept incomplete. Concept is complete, it will become easy. Path will become easy. That is the only thing. Okay, na? Yeah. So a lot depends on us also. So we have to do our part. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will do his part. Krishna will do his part. And those whom we are following in our mind, they will do their part. Okay. So everybody has their part to do. We should not skip our part saying that everybody else is doing now what I have to do. Okay. Anyhow, everything happens by mercy. Okay. Anybody else has any question? Okay, then we will continue till where we read. Yes, here we were reading, correct. Yeah. Okay. Yes, who were reading?
Yes,
Okay.
that is, they will externally serve Lord Chaitanya's mission and internally cultivate spontaneous devotion for Radha and Krishna. Such devotees become quickly submerged in the ocean of Radha and Krishna's pastimes. By the grace of the divine couple who combine to appear as Gauranga, these devotees gain admittance to the spiritual realm to forever become the gopis' companions.
Yeah, so Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami explains the role of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in development of Radha Bhakti. We'll read from Chaitanya Charitamrita, this last part. Okay. So he is quoting from Madhya Leela 25 to 69. Kadhakari Leela Suna Bhakta Gana Ihare Prasade Paiba Chaitanya Charana. Yes, Mataji. Or yeah, wait, somebody else can read. Who is not reading now? Resha Mataji, are you available? Would you like to read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
All
please.
devotees should hear about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes with faith and love. By the grace of the Lord, one can thus attain the shelter at his lotus feet.
विहार प्रसादे पैबा कृष्ण तत्व सार सर्वशास्त्र सिद्धांतेरा इहान पैबा पार.
By understanding the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one can understand the truth about Krishna. By understanding Krishna, one can understand the limit of all knowledge described in various revealed scriptures.
Yeah, so here we can see, so Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is not saying either this or that. Either you understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or you understand Krishna. He is not saying like that. He is saying by understanding the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one can understand Krishna. It's not that it's not compulsory to understand Krishna's pastimes. It's optional. Okay, so by mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one can understand Krishna. By mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one can attain the associates of Krishna. Okay, it's not that that part is removed. Okay, by understanding Krishna, what will happen? One can understand the limit of all knowledge. Sarva Shastra Siddhanta. Okay, like that. Krishna Leela Amrit Sar Tarasata Sakadhar Dashadike Vaheyahas Haite Se Chaitanya Leela Haya Sarvo Sarovara Akshaya Mano Hamsa Charahatahate.
The pastimes of Lord Krishna are the essence of all nectar, and the nectar is flowing in hundreds of rivers in all directions. The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are an eternal reservoir, and one is advised to let his mind swim like a swan on this transcendental lake.
Yeah, so pastimes of Krishna are essence of all nectar. Krishna Lila Amrit Sar. And that nectar is flowing in hundreds of rivers. So the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are eternal reservoir, and one is advised to let his mind swim like a fan on this transcendental lake. Okay, so both are compared to nectar only. Okay. Bhaktagana Suna Mora Danya Vachan Thomas Kabarat Pada Dhudi Ange Vibhushana Kari Kichu Mui Karo Nivedana. Yeah, please read.
O devotees, please hear my humble submission, taking as ornaments on my body the dust from the lotus feet. I wish to submit something.
Yeah, so now we sing Krishna Bhakti Siddhanta Gana Yatir Padma Vana Tara Madhu Tari Aswadana Premarasa Kumudavana Prafullita Ratri Dine Tate Chara O Mano Bringagana.
Devotional service to Krishna is exactly like a pleasing, jubilant forest of lotus flowers wherein there is ample honey. I request everyone to taste this honey. If all the mental speculators bring the bees of their minds into the forest of lotus flowers, and jubilantly enjoy ecstatic love of Krishna. Day and night, their mental speculation will be completely transcendentally situated.
Satisfied. Okay, so okay, just 1 minute. We'll continue just 1 minute. I'll come back in 2 minutes. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, we'll continue. नाना भावेर भक्त जन हंस चक्र वाकगन याते सबे करे न विहार कृष्ण के लिए सो निर्मल यहाँ पाई सर्व काल भक्त हंस करे आहार. Yeah, please read.
The devotees who have relationship with Krishna are like swans and chakravak birds who play in the forest of lotus flowers. The birds of those lotus flowers are pastimes of Krishna, and they are edibles for the swan-like devotees. Lord Sri Krishna is always engaged in his transcendental pastimes. Therefore, the devotees following the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can always eat those lotus birds, for they are the pastimes of the Lord.
से सरोवर किया हम चक्र वाकन या सदा कहा कर विलास खंडी दे सकल दुख पाइबन परम सुख अनायासे habe premola. Yeah.
The devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should go to the lake and remaining always under the shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, become swans and chakravak birds in those celestial waters. They should go on rendering service to Lord Shri Krishna and enjoy life perpetually. In this way, all miseries will be diminished. The devotees will attain great happiness and there will be jubilant love for God.
यही अमृतानुक्षण साधु महांत मेघ गण विशोद्याने करे वरिसान ताते फले अमृत फल भक्त खाया निरंतर शेष जीव जगगान. Yes.
The pure devotees and saintly persons who are compared to clouds rain down or distribute these nectar pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Sri Krishna continuously in the garden of the universe. Because of this showers of pastimes grows the fruit of nectar, and the devotees eat such fruit continuously. And whatever remnants they leave are eaten by journal populace, and thus they live happily.
चैतन्य लीलामृत पूरा कृष्ण लीला सुकर पूरा दुहे नीली हयासम माधुर्य साधु गुरु साधे सहाय आस्वादे से जाने माधुर्य प्राचुर्य.
The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are full of nectar, and the pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna are like camphor. When one mixes this, they taste very sweet. By the mercy of the pure devotees, whoever tastes them can understand the depth of that sweetness.
Okay, so here Krishna he explained that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mercy, one can attain Krishna's mercy. Now last part is Vraj Bhakti for everyone. What about someone whose eternal form is in Vaikuntha? Yeah, so many times we have this question that what if we are already from Vaikuntha, then whether we can attain Vraja. So we will read this from Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani. Okay, somebody else can read. Sri Gangaputra, you want to read?
Bhakti with one of Krishna does not Krishna consciousness.
Your voice is breaking. No. Okay, somebody else.
Is that audible?
Yeah, Madhavar number. Yeah, you can read.
Is Braja Bhakti is for everyone? What about someone whose eternal relation is with one of Krishna's expansions? Doesn't Krishna consciousness revive that service attitude with the Lord and nothing more? No.
Yeah, so Maharaj is asking a question and answering. So is Vraj Bhakti for everyone? What about someone whose eternal relationship is with Krishna's expansion, like maybe Varahadev or Vamandev or Narasimhadev? So doesn't Krishna consciousness revive that service attitude? So is it not that what ISKCON we are doing, is it not that we will just revive our, like, if we had bhakti with form of Krishna like Narasimha, then we will attain that form again. So is ISKCON going to just not revive, or is it going to give us something else? The answer is saying no, it's not just going to revive. Okay. Yeah, please.
The followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu who understand and have faith in the preeminence of Braja Bhakti may be servants of the Narayana form of the Lord. But the grace of Lord Gauranga awards them the devotion, residence, and form of Brajavasis. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains this while speaking to an assembly of devotees, including Advaita Acharya and Srivas Thakur.
So yeah, so he is quoting from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime that what happens is the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu understand and have faith in the preeminence of Vraj Bhakti. So first thing is that the follower should have faith in Vraj Bhakti. That is highest. Okay, if they have understanding that Vaikuntha pastimes are highest, then result will be different. They will not attain Vraj Bhakti. They will attain Vaikuntha only. But if the pastimes of Vraja they understand is the highest, non-reverential mode without awe and reverence is the highest, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy will come by which they can attain that. So he is going to explain from the pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, please read.
So be it. I will go to Vrindavan, and there I will accept you as my associates. And with my sweet pastimes, I will fill your heart with bliss. To you who have faith in Vrindavan, I will give splendid spiritual forms like my own. That is what I will do for you. Those of you whose hearts are bound to me in this form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even if your rasas are friendship or servitude to Sri Radha Madhava or Lord Dwarikadhish, or if your rasas are friendship or servitude to any of my other incarnations, I make you into my eternally liberated associates in Goloka Vrindavan.
Yeah, so he is quoting from Sri Chaitanya Chandrika Natak. So where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is saying that yeah, you may be established in any of the relationship with Dwarkadish or Vaikuntha forms of others, but I will make you into my eternally liberated. So my when he's saying about his Vraja Krishna form. Okay, that is the form available in Goloka Vrindavan, right? So one can attain the Goloka Vrindavan even though one might have a form in Vaikuntha or others. So that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. Yeah, please read.
The conclusion drawn from this and other such statements by the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas is that the Krishna consciousness movement provides for its follower a place in Goloka Vrindavan. Whatever their constitutional position, devotees are promoted to the topmost award to release the topmost mellow of love. This is the essence of Chaitanya, to give love specifically for Krishna, Krishna Prema Pradayate. Of course, if devotees have no knowledge of or faith in Braja Bhakti, if their firm devotion is reposed in the Vaikuntha form of the Lord Krishna, then their destination will accord with their desires.
So yeah, two parts of this thing can be there. One thing can be, one may say, oh, I might have a form in Vaikuntha, whether I will get Goloka Vrindavan. So he says, yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can give. He himself has promised. And second part can be, somebody may say, no, I want to be in Vaikuntha only. So will Chaitanya Mahaprabhu forcibly give me Vraj Bhakti? So he says, no, it doesn't give anything forcibly. If one doesn't have the faith that Vraja is highest and one doesn't want to attain Vraja, then okay, whatever form you have, attraction form, that he will give. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like desire tree. Okay, so whatever desire we may have, he will fulfill, given that it is based on Shastra. Yeah, please read.
Lord Chaitanya implies this in the above quote, which states that he awards devotees Braja Bhakti on the condition that they have faith in Vrindavan. If, despite ISKCON's directing its member to Krishna and Vrindavan, some devotees remain firmly attached to another destination, then surely Lord Chaitanya will fulfill their desire in that regard. However, this would be the exception rather than the rule.
Yeah, so this is exceptional that, okay, in ISKCON, the whole setup is towards Radha and Krishna. That's what Srila Prabhupada also installed most of the deities. And if still, yeah, that is not a thing that if one is aspiring for Vaikuntha, that it is not good. It is all well good and everything is fine with it, no problem. Okay, and one can have the satisfaction as one will have satisfaction in Vraja, one can have that same satisfaction in Vaikuntha because that's what he is aspiring. So the attainment and the satisfaction will be full. That is not a question mark. And that will also come by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. So fully one will attain what he is aspiring, and he will attain complete reciprocation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also in that. Okay, that is the point. So now the question is, how can one's eternal identity change? Now it was mentioned, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, I can give you suppose you had a identity in Vaikuntha, I can give you Golok Vrindavan. So the question is, how can it change? Yes. So yeah, please read, Prajit.
Another frequently asked question, how can one's eternal identity change? In addition to the prime consideration that anything and everything is possible by Lord Chaitanya's inconceivable grace, the transcendental desires of the devotees to serve in a particular relationship or more than one relationship are also considerations.
Yeah, so one may wish to serve in a particular rasa, in a particular place, to a particular form of Krishna, Vraja Krishna maybe. That is also possible. Or somebody wants to have association of some other form of the Lord, that is also possible. And if he wants to serve in a way more than one form, one in Vaikuntha, one in Goloka, that is also possible. Okay, please read.
The Lord may promote devotees to exclusive service in Braja or to serve simultaneously in multiple destinations, including Braja. In this way, they attain other identities while retaining their original ones.
Yeah, so he's quoting a reference from Brihad Bhagavatamrita, where it is mentioned that Narad Muni he serves in Golok Vrindavan as well as in Dwarka, as well as in Vaikuntha, and multiple forms he has. And similarly, there is Sri Dama, he serves in Vraja as in Sakyaras. Then same Sri Dama he serves also in Vaikuntha in the form of Garuda. And then same Sri Dama also serves in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela also in another form like that. So one devotee can serve in multiple places, in multiple forms, no problem. Yeah, continue.
Lord Vishnu's, but how can one's eternal identity? Lord Vishnu's eternal carrier, Garuda, for example, is also an eternal associate of Lord Chaitanya, called Garuda Pandita, Gaura Ganodesha Deepika 117, and is present in Braja as Sri Ram. Similarly, the everlasting Ganges river that flows from the coastal ocean throughout the universe is also present in Goloka as the Gopi named Bara Prema Manjari. See prayer by Abhiram Thakur in our Merciful Mother Ganga.
Yeah, so examples are given how one will be able to have multiple forms in multiple places as per one's desire. Okay, if one desires to to serve Lord in multiple places, in multiple forms, in whatever way, that will be arranged, like that is said.
And of course, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur states that Lord Chaitanya's follower may acquire eternal forms in Braja as Brajavasis and in Shwetadipa as Sadhakas. Sri Brahma Samhita 5.5 purport. There is also another way in which the Lord's associates have multiple identities, and that is in their services in Vrindavan.
Yeah, so Bhaktivedanta Thakur says that as devotees of followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, either in ISKCON or any Gaudiya Sampradaya, everybody will attain a form in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela as well as in Radha and Krishna's Leela in Vraja. Okay, both the forms one will attain. Yeah, continue.
For instance, Lord Baladeva serves Krishna in a conjugal relationship as Srimati Radharani's younger sister, Ananga Mandari, as well as in a fraternal relationship as Krishna's elder brother, appreciating Sri Vrindavan. These are but a few of the many variations Shastra describes of perfected or eternally perfect devotees
serving the Lord in multiple mellows and multiple forms. The essence of the above is that Lord Chaitanya invites everyone to enter into the most preserved, most elevated, and the most perfect relationship with Krishna.
Yeah, so I was concluding essence of the whole thing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as we discussed in the very first time, if you remember, Prem Rasa Niryasa Kauritya Aswadan, Rag Marga Bhakti Loke Karite Pracharan. यही दो ही हेतु रसिक शेखर कृष्ण परम करुणा ये दो ही हेतु हैते इच्छार उद्गम that we discussed in Adi Leela chapter 4 that how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared with this purpose that first is to taste the essence of the love and second is to distribute the Raga Marga Bhakti, that is Vraja Bhakti. So in essence Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to invite everybody into entering Vraja and becoming associate of Radha and Krishna. Okay, but at the same time, he is all merciful. He awards whatever desires one may have. Okay, like that. Okay, so that is the end of this, the part of Raghunath Sadhana Bhakti. And we completed the Sadhana Bhakti chapter. Okay, the second wave of Eastern section. Third wave is Bhava Bhakti and fourth wave is Prema Bhakti. Okay, so what if anybody has questions in this, then we can take. Okay. Okay, so if there are no questions, then we will stop here. And just 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, so tomorrow we will not have class, and I will send links of playlist of Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. Okay, because I will not be able to take class, so devotees can hear the recordings as per their accord, and they can continue writing their exams at the same time. So I will ask Arun Prabhu to coordinate that exams part. Okay, and shloka test also I will ask. I think Bhakti Sindhu has only 4 shlokas. It is there. It was shared also earlier. So devotees can memorize and shloka test can be given. And whatever previous pending tests are there, one can give. Okay, so officially, like today will be the last class for this whole course, and devotees can prepare for exams and dates Arun will give. You can write exams on those particular dates and finish your exams, and then we will send all the names for certification, and then it will come. So you can be in touch with Arun Prabhu, and he will coordinate the certificate things with BVRV and let you know. Okay, and yes, anybody has any questions regarding this flow, then they can ask.
Prabhuji, like this Bhava Bhakti and Prem Bhakti, how many classes are there? Prabhuji? Need to hear recording.
I have to check, Roji. Maybe total there may be 5 or 6 or I don't know exactly. I will check both together in one session, one legislative there. Okay, maybe 5, 6 or maximum I think 10 will be there. Okay, so you can hear whenever you get time, and parallelly you can write exams. Okay, for writing exam, as just you can read NOD also chapter 18, 19, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, 3 chapters. Okay, so that will be sufficient, and handbook has whatever questions that you can prepare for exams. Okay, we discussed some extra things also in our slides, so that all will not come. So whatever is there in handbook that you can prepare for exam, that is good enough. Okay,
Prabhuji, thank you. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
so thank you very much all devotees so for participating in these classes. So 2 years almost 2 years. We started in October, I think, 23. Yeah, so almost 1.5 year. We did Bhakti Shastri. So many devotees came and they actually gave classes, Rukuniwala Prabhu, then Narasimha Avatar Prabhu, and then some sections Bhagavad Gita I took. Then who are the other devotees who took class?
Arjun,
Arjuneshwar Prabhu, correct. He took Arjuneshwar Prabhu first. Oh, yes, yes, I noted. He only hosted. Yeah, so basically, many devotees came and did their part of teaching. So we are grateful to all of them, and obviously the students we are most grateful because without students it would not have been possible at all to continue this course. So there were many devotees in the beginning. So gradually, they understood that this course is difficult and it requires commitment and requires regular attendance, and that too in our batch where we had made the thing almost very strict to keep the video on, and all of you went through all the trouble and dealing with my personality being very strict. So very grateful to all of you. So if there are, yeah, there are so many offenses, so kindly forgive me for all of that. And if there are any feedbacks, then surely you can send message to Arun Prabhu, me, or to BVRV directly. Okay, so that we can improve always. And yeah, so all devotees can kindly pray for me that I can progress in Krishna consciousness, and for other devotees who attend this course also. So it's a very wonderful journey with all of you. So there are a lot of things that I learned from all of you, and also while reading. So surely I was very attentive while reading because I had to teach. So I'm very grateful for all devotees that they gave opportunity for me to read the Shastra. So thank you very much. So I don't know when we will meet again. So let's see in future. So thank you for coming till here and completing your Bhakti Shastri so nicely and being a very good student. So surely Prabhupada will be very happy with all of you that you gave so much endeavor to read his books. Yeah. So thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Rupa Goswami Pad ki jai, Shri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu ki jai. Hare Krishna. Yes, Madhavan Prabhu, you want to say something?
Thank you, Prabhu, for tolerating me also for 2 years.
No, no. That's senior devotee.
So it was a great time. And
Yeah.
so I think, can we have your other lectures also, like nectar of instructions and Upanishad? Is there the playlist?
Many devotees are there, senior devotees who have spoken. So I will share BVRV number. Our BVRV YouTube channel, it is there, where many senior devotees actually speak in that. And Kanai Krishna Prabhu has spoken on this. And then Vamshivardhan Prabhu, he has spoken. So many senior devotees have spoken. And there are other devotees. I generally am following this Balram Shakti Prabhu's style. So you can see, I will share his playlist only for Bhava Bhakti and Prema Bhakti. So you all can hear from them, they are senior devotees. And specifically, anybody wants to hear what I have spoken, I have not spoken Ishopanishad, and no I is there. So you can also contact BVRV. Then in that case, okay. So I will share BVRV contact and YouTube playlists. So devotees can hear. Okay. So nothing like that. I am following somebody who is speaking. Okay. So I am reading here and there. Only thing I am very strict in speaking. I speak only from Shastra. And many devotees don't speak. I don't speak any stories, don't speak any jokes much. So there are so many faults in that. So, but still all of you accepted. So I'm very grateful.
No, it's easy to understand for you. Like systematic, what we need.
Very
Be present then and consult other Shastra also, which we which we need like that.
Yeah, I'm trying whatever. Let's see. So anyhow, currently I'm taking some treatment. So all of you can pray that treatment is successful, and I'll be able to go back to service and my sadhana. It will take few months. Okay. So I'll be not in touch. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, bro. Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Okay. So shall we end here? Okay. So if anything is there, you can always send message on WhatsApp. Okay. I'll be available. Hare Krishna. Shila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for detailed classes. Hari Bol.
Thank you,
Mataji.
Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Thank you
Bhakti
so much.
Yes, Premlati Mataji, please.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for tolerating me, tolerating my ignorance.
No.
Sometime I am a little bossy type of personality. So sometimes I'm very adamant. I know the answer. I want the answer of this. So thank you so much for tolerating. And yes, it was a great pleasure to have your association and completing Bhakti Shastri in your association. I beg forgiveness. If I have committed any offense towards you
No,
or any other Vaishnavas, kindly forgive me. Thank you.
no, all of you are very good students. Yeah. I was saying, yeah, Bhakti Mataji, she had so much difficulty, surgery and other things. Still, she was attending, very inspirational. And you have so much of commitment in clinic and still trying to serve by reading Prabhupada books. Arun Prabhu is teaching in school, but still doing the service of coordinator. And all of you actually have been very inspirational. And some are not here, but Yamuna Vilas Prabhu doing very good services in the local temple in UK. So he continuously makes efforts to attend these classes. So Madhavarina Prabhu is in Nepal. So he is attending from there, and he is also very senior devotee teaching there. But he is also making point to attend, and that too when I am teaching, I'm very junior to him, but still he is trying. So all of you actually, yeah, have responsibilities of your family and job. Mukund Pat Prabhu, Gangaputra Prabhu, and Prasanna Gopal Prabhu. So some devotees name I may not take, but please understand that I mean everyone. So all of you are very sincerely and have inspired me to read Prabhupada books. So I'm very grateful to all of you. So yeah, everybody has a type of nature. So there is no fault in that. I have nature, you have a nature, Prem Latika Mataji, everybody has a nature. So we understand each other's nature and we appreciate how Krishna has made us. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay.